Hello all, welcome to Genius channel. We are going to see some previous year Nda Maths questions. The question number 108. Question number 108. Mean is independent of change in scale and change in origin. Mean is independent of change in scale and change in origin. Variance is independent of change in scale but not in origin. Okay. So you have to identify which of the statements are correct. Which of the statements are correct. So you are given with two statements. Mean is independent of change in scale and change in origin. See, mean is dependent. Mean is dependent. It is not independent. Mean is dependent on change in scale and change in origin. Okay. So we cannot say that mean is independent. It is dependent on change of scale and change in origin. Then what about variance? Variance is, here it is given as variance is independent of change in origin, change in scale, but not in origin. Variance is independent of change in scale, but not in origin. So here variance is independent of change in scale and also it is independent on change of origin. This is not correct. It is variance is independent of change in scale as well as change in origin Okay. So here both the statements are wrong. Mean is dependent of change in scale and change in origin. Okay, so that statement is wrong here. They are given it is independent. Then variance is independent of change in scale, but not origin they have given, but it is independent of scale as well as origin. Okay, so this statement is also wrong. So which is the correct answer? Correct answer is both the statements are wrong, isn't it? Both the statements are wrong. So see the options, one only, two only, both one and two, neither one nor two. So which is the correct one? No statements is correct. Both are wrong. So neither one nor two. Neither one nor two. That is the correct option. Neither one nor two. Okay. So let's go to the question number 109. Question number 109. Consider the following statements. Consider the following statements. The sum of deviations from mean is always 0. The sum of deviations from mean is always 0. That is the first statement. Next statement. Sum of absolute deviations is minimum when taken around the median. Okay, so all of you read the questions, read the statements very clearly and answer it. So these two statements we are studying as the properties of deviation, isn't it? Properties of deviation. We are studying the statements. So tell me which are correct. Sum of deviations from mean is always 0. Yes. That is a correct statement, isn't it? Sum of deviations from mean is always 0. Next, sum of absolute deviations is minimum when taken around median. Sum of absolute deviation is minimum when taken around median. So these are two properties of deviation. Okay, these two are properties of deviation. Properties of deviation. So this is correct. These two statements are correct. So both 1 and 2. Statements 1 and 2 are correct. Both 1 and 2. That means the sum of deviations from mean is always 0. Sum of absolute deviation is minimum when taken around median. Okay, so both the statements are correct. Both 1 and 2. Option C is the correct answer. Next, moving to the question number 110. Question number 110. What is the median of numbers 4.6, 0, 9.3, minus 4.8, 7.6, 2.3, 12.7, 3.5, 8.2, 6.1, 3.9, 5.2. We have to find the median of these numbers. Median of these numbers we have to find out. Median of these numbers. All of you try. Direct question, isn't it? Just find the median. So what is the first step we have to do when finding the median? So I'll say the steps you do. First is arrange in ascending order or descending order. So here I'll say you are arrange in ascending order. That is the first step. Then what is n equal to here? N equal to n means number of terms, whether it is number of observations, whether it is even or odd. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So n is equal to 12. N is equal to 12 means it is even, isn't it? Even. So if when it is even number, n is even, what you will do? You will do, if it is even, you will do n by 2th observation and n by 2 plus 1th observation. You will take these two observations, isn't it? N by 2th observation and n by 2 plus 1th observation. Then what is the next step? You add these two observations and divide by 2. That means find the average of these two observations. Average or mean of these two observations. Average of the two observations. Okay, so all of you do and tell me the answer. First arrange it in ascending order. Do it and give me the answer. I'll give you 1 minute for doing this problem. Very easy. Only you have to know the steps. So arranging in ascending order. So it will be negative 4.8, comma 0, comma 2.3, comma 3.5, 3.5, 3.9, 4.6, 5.2, 4.6, 5.2, 6.1, 7.6, 8.2, 9.3, 12.7. So this is the correct order, ascending order. Now 12 observations are there. So 12 by 2, that is 6. So 6th observation and 6 plus 1, 7th observation. So which is the 6th observation? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6th observation is 4.6. 7th observation is 5.2. So find the average of these two observations. So 4.6 and 5.2 are 6th and 7th observations respectively. So find the average of this one, that is 9.8 by 2. That is 4.9. 4.9. Option B is the correct answer. So only follow this step, you get the answer. Arrange in ascending order. Check whether n is odd or even. Even here. So you do n by 2 term and n by 2 plus 1 term. Then find the average of those two terms. So moving to the next question. Question number 111. In a test, In mathematics, 20% of students obtained first class. If the data is represented by a pie chart, what is the central angle corresponding to first class? Very easy question. Very direct, very easy question. So, what is a pie chart? Pie chart means you will represent something in a circle, that is pie chart. Something that is represented in a circle, that is pie chart, isn't it? In the some graph, in the form of graph or some representation using sectors will represent. So here what they are saying, 20% students obtain first class. So we know that the central angle of a circle will be 360 degrees, isn't it? So here 20% of this 360 degree. So 20 by 100 of 360. 20 by 100 of 360. 20 by 100 of 360. So that is cancel the zeros. So you'll get as 72. 72 degree. That is option C. 72 degree. Option C is the correct answer. Okay. So in order to convert percentage to the what angle, central angle you get in pie chart, just take that much percentage of 360 degree, because complete angle in a circle around a point is 360 degree. So here 20% means that is 72 degree. 72 degree is the central angle. So moving to the next question. (112). The mean and standard deviation of a set of values are 5 and 2 respectively. Mean and standard deviation of a set of values are 5 and 2 respectively. If 5 is added to each value, then what is the coefficient of variation for the new set of values? Mean and standard deviation is given. You have to find out 5 is added to each value. Then what happens to the coefficient of variation for the new set of values? So mean is equal to 5. Then what they have given? Standard deviation sigma. Standard deviation sigma is equal to 2. Now 5 is added to each observation, isn't it? 5 is added to each value. So what happens to me? Yeah. So new mean, what happened to new mean? That will be 5 added to the original mean. So 5 plus 5. So original mean is 5. So if we are increasing all values by 5, it will be 5 plus 5. That is 10. So new mean is 10. Now, standard deviation, will addition have any effect on standard deviation? No, standard deviation will be the same. No change if something is added. If each value is added, each value is added by a fixed number, there is no change in standard deviation. So addition and subtraction do not have any change in standard deviation. Okay, so sigma remains as such, that is 2. So new mean is 10, sigma is 2 itself. Now how to find coefficient of variation? Coefficient of variation is equal to sigma by mean into 100. Sigma by mean into 100. All of you do. So when some value is added to the observation, mean will change. Who will not change? Standard deviation will not change. Okay. Addition do not have any effect on standard deviation. So do it. Sigma, it is 2 by mean. Mean is, what is the new mean? That is 10, isn't it? Into 100. So that is 20. Coefficient of variation is 20. Coefficient of variation is 20. Option B. So let's go to the next question. Question number 113. A train covers first 5 kilometers of its journey with a speed of 30 kilometers per hour. So first 5 kilometers with a speed of 30 kilometers per hour. Next 15 kilometers at a speed of 45 kilometers per hour. You have to find out average speed of the train. First 5 kilometers at 30 kilometers per hour, 15 kilometers at 45 kilometers per hour. So how to do this? What is the average speed equation? Average speed is equal to total distance by total time. Total distance by total time. Average speed is equal to total distance by total time. So here total distance is equal to 5 kilometers plus 15, isn't it? So 5 plus 15. So that is 20 kilometers is the total distance. Now it is the total time. So what is the time for the first 5 kilometers? It is 5 divided by 30, isn't it? Because distance by speed is time. So that is 1 by 6. Similarly, this one is next time T1, T2, that is this distance by this speed. So 15 by 45. So that will be 1 by 3. So T1 is equal to 1 by 6 hours. T2 is equal to 1 by 3 hours. So just put here average speed is equal to total distance by total time. So total distance 20 divided by total time is 1 by 6 plus 1 by 3. Solve it. So we'll be getting the answer as we'll be getting the answer as 20 divided by 3 plus 6, that is 9 by 18, that is 1 by 2. So that will be 40 kilometer per hour. 40 kilometer per hour. 40 kilometer per hour. So option D is the correct answer. So thank you everyone. That's all for today. See you in another class with next other questions. Thank you so much.